The show is called Hard Knocks for a reason. The NFL is as cruel of a league as it gets. It doesn't matter what your contract is. It doesn't matter what you've done for an organization. It doesn't matter about anything except what you are doing at the current moment. And if a team doesn't feel like you're producing, they will cut you. It doesn't matter how many rings you've been a part of. It doesn't matter what you've meant to the team as a leader. They will cut you. So this video is about quarterbacks in the NFL entering 2023 that I think are on the hot seat, whether it be playing poorly or getting hurt. The first quarterback on this list is Patriots quarterback Mac Jones. He had a very promising rookie season. He led the team to 10-7. They got blown out in the playoffs, but Mac looked like he could be the guy to take over the job that was held for 20 years by Tom Brady. But not so fast. So entering 2022, expectations were sky high, but then you had Matt Patricia and Joe Judge for whatever reason taking over the offense. Then you had Mac Jones treating a high ankle sprain like he broke his leg. Then you had Zappy time. Then Mac came back, was pretty mediocre, was yelling at Matt Patricia, and the team finished 8-9 and missed the playoffs. There were also rumors that Mac went behind the Patriots' back to seek advice elsewhere across the league, and something like that is obviously not going to sit well with Bill Belichick. So entering 2023, Mac is absolutely on the hot seat. I could even see the Patriots randomly trading for Lamar Jackson in the upcoming month, and then the era is just completely over. But Mac has to perform way better than he did last year if he is the starter to keep the job going into next year. In sports, they say the best ability is availability, and that's why my next quarterback on this list is Tua. So Tua came in last year and he balled the heck out for the first 4 or 5 weeks. He was looking like an MVP candidate, and the offense was dynamic, and there was no stopping the Dolphins. But then Tua had that horrifying concussion, missed a few games, came back arguably too soon, then he got another concussion and was ultimately shut down for the year. So entering this year, the Dolphins picked up his 5th-year option, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. If Tua is not able to stay on the field, if Tua isn't the same guy, it would not surprise me at all if the Dolphins moved on. I mean, there were rumors that they were even going after Tom Brady before he ultimately retired. So it's hard to say if Tua is really good or if he's just throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. That's very hard to tell, but if Tua is not able to stay on the field and the Dolphins regress and miss the playoffs, I would not be shocked at all if the Dolphins moved on. Now, the third quarterback on this list is Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins. Now you may be wondering, Dan, how could you put him on this list? He led the Vikings to a 13-4 record. He was balling out. He made the Pro Bowl. Well, actually, yes, I can. This is the final year of Kirk's contract, and he has still not proven that he can win the big game. Now look, if he comes in this year and he plays fantastic and he repeats the 13-4, then I expect that they'll re-sign him. But if they go 9-8, then I think the era is over. And for me, I actually look at the Vikings as a dark horse to sign Lamar Jackson. I mean, Lamar and Justin Jefferson would be such a fantastic duo. Also, Justin Jefferson, thank you so much for the 1 catch for 15 yards in the fantasy football finals. That was really awesome, man. The fourth quarterback on this list for me is Denver Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson. Now this one is insane, right? He's only on year 2 of a $50 million per year contract that goes through 2028. However, we all know how bad Denver was last year. The team went 5-12, and Wilson looked like a shell of himself, losing a lot of the speed that made him great. Now entering this year, you have player safety advocate Sean Payton taking over as coach, and if Russell Wilson sucks this year, if the team misses the playoffs, it would not shock me at all if Denver moves on from Wilson. And there are plenty of franchises out there that would take a washed-up quarterback to fill seats. Yes, Indianapolis, I am looking at you. So while a long shot, this is definitely on the table if Wilson has another bad year.
Of course, Broncos country. Let's ride.
There we go. Russ, thanks. Appreciate it very much. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
The final quarterback on this list for me is newly acquired Raiders quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Now look, if Jimmy Garoppolo was as good at football as he was being good looking, he'd already have 8 rings and be considered better than Tom Brady. But unfortunately, that's not how this works. Now for starters, Jimmy actually has a very team-friendly contract. It's 3 years, $72 million, and $40 million of it is guaranteed. And when you look across the league, and average quarterbacks like Daniel Jones are getting $160 million contracts, this does not look so bad. So I think it's fair to say that this is Josh McDaniels' last stand as head coach for the team. The team blows this year like they did last year, then I bet Josh gets fired. And Jimmy Garoppolo is a very average quarterback. He wins, but he's not like an elusive guy and he's sort of a game manager. So if Josh gets fired, I could see another guy coming in and getting their own quarterback, whether through trade, free agency, or the draft. Jimmy just isn't good enough, and it's not too hard to find a quarterback in this league that can throw the ball down the field 13 yards. What do you think of the list? Did I miss anybody? Did you hate the list? Should someone been removed? Let me know in the comment section.